What's good, everybody? It's Raf, and I wanted today to talk about kind of where I've been in my life and the struggles and just this whole process of me getting out the Marine Corps. Personally, man, it's been tough, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I remember, I think the last time I recorded was maybe December or November. I don't really remember, to be honest. But, I just needed some time off from making videos because honestly I had no sense of direction, really. And I just kept making videos about the female, and I was kind of tired of that, to be honest. I wanted to make something new, something that people can relate to. And honestly, I think today I really want to talk about this whole process of me getting out. Getting out the Marine Corps wise, I mean. What you're watching right now is Phasmophobia. Honestly, I will say this has been one of my favorite games playing. This is some of my old footage, from when I used to play. I think I played this the other day, actually, because I really wanted to show gameplay instead of just, like I said before, walking around. I don't even know what I'm doing here. I was just kind of bullshitting because I was low-key scared. I was pretty fucking scared, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, back in January, it was a very tough time for me. Very tough time for me. I was very lost and confused. My mom was supposed to be coming out here in Okinawa in February, and she did, and we had a great time. And in January, I remember I was just kind of in this, I need to get out, but I don't know what to do. So I was asking my peers, I was asking my sergeant, great guy, love him to death, probably like a brother to me. He has a kid on the way. And I was asking my boy, who actually did just get out and stayed in Okinawa, and he was guiding me to the road of success all the way there and what I needed to do. So ever since then, I just kind of locked the fuck in, I was going to the VA people, I was going to medical, finally getting shit documented, because I realized that throughout my entirety of the Marine Corps, I never really went to medical. And I've always had a lot of issues, with my feet, my knees, my shoulders, my back, everything, man. Especially with my mental. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard all about it by now. I mean, at least for the ones who do watch. Excuse me, let's take some water. And honestly, man, it was just, I had to go into this deep rabbit hole, man. I would lose so much sleep. And in January was also around the time that I went to Tokyo. I went to Tokyo for about 2 weeks, and it changed my entire perspective on life, man. And I remember just being there, being able to be in the city with my friend, just living life like how I always wanted to. Being in Japan, right? Going out with my friend all the time, with him and his wife, talking about life, exploring the city, buying some clothes, and just expanding my knowledge of the Japanese culture. It was all just so beautiful. And of course, I went to the club too, went to bars and shit. Obviously, I'm not proud of that, and I'll get into why more about that later in the video. But ever since then, something snapped in me, I need to lock in, man. And like I said before, I went to the docks, went to the VA, went to the deployment navigator here on base. And I started taking my life seriously, more seriously than I ever did before, because back then it was just all about the Marine Corps, how to be a good Marine, stuff that matters to the Marine Corps, but not really stuff that matters towards life in general. And now, since I'm getting out, it's holy fuck, man, it's a different ball game. You kind of lose that sense of identity within yourself, and like it really is scary. You know, all the time, fucking man. I think about it all the time, really, about going home and starting my life in America again. It makes me so anxious because, like I said in the previous video before, like I don't want to go back. I really don't want to. And knowing that I have to is kind of like sometimes I get so scared I start shaking, or sometimes like my head gets so heavy that it's like it weighs me down when I try walking, when I try running, when I try speaking, and I just never could leave me alone. So I carry on. But when I came back from Tokyo, I was obsessed with this idea of drinking. And that's all I did, was just drink and drink and drink. Sometimes even alone, because I felt like that was the only way to have fun. And I kind of lost myself for a minute there, and then with my homie, he texted me one night. And he's like, yo, what are you doing? And I was like, shit, I'm just chilling, man. I'm just here. And he invited me to drink, and I feel like that's what kind of, that's made me kind of want to, like, I guess, drink more. A lot more. More than I've ever done in my Marine Corps career, actually. And this is coming from somebody who really, really likes to drink. And yeah, it was bad, man. I'm talking like I would spend a lot of my money on just alcohol, on liquor, or going to clubs. This was like the whole month of January after I came back to Tokyo, and just doing dumb things, man. Staying up late, sometimes staying up so late that it's already the morning, and it's like already like the next day. I'm talking like I would come back home and it'd be like 10 in the morning, man. And I was just coming back from drinking, and I would sleep all day, and I would wake up, and first thing I would do is take another drink. It was bad. I would say that was probably a very dark moment in my life, because honestly around that time I was only drinking because I was afraid. And honestly, there was like my only sense of escape. No, that was terrible, man. But you know what? I still had fun. As bad as that sounds, I still had fucking fun, man. Like, on some real shit. I still had a lot of fun. But that doesn't mean you can't have fun sober. Honestly, some of the best interactions or some of the best moments I made in my life in the Marine Corps have been sober. Especially when I met my homie, like I said, my sergeant, corporal at the time. We would fuck off and go to AV or American Village, or we would go to Naha, and it would be my first time being in Naha, and it was just like, it was all amazing, man. It was all amazing. If I could really relive my life here, I would do it. I would do it in a heartbeat. I'll do my contract all over again, man. I really would. Because genuinely, it was just, there's nothing more I can ask for than this. And for the ones who are joining, this is like, not to scare you away from joining. It's, honestly, I think it's probably the best thing you can do is to join. It really is. Believe it or not. You'll meet people who take care of you better than your family ever did. You'll make lifelong friends. But the saddest thing and the hardest thing is when they leave. That's the hardest part, man, is when they leave. I still think about all my homies that I came in with. Or I still think about the people who basically raised me up in the Marine Corps. Or who have transferred over to another branch, and it's just like, fuck, man. It's like, I can't see you. I can't see you because, first of all, I'm here and they're over there. across the fucking world, but it's also like I have no reason to. You did your time, I did my time. And this was really the only reason why I needed to see you. And that's really is the hardest part. I think about my homies. Excuse me, sorry. I think about my homies who I used to see every day, and they're gone. That hurts, man. But yeah, you know, then in February, my mom came. And then honestly, that was hard for me too, because I haven't seen my mom in years, and me and my mom weren't exactly in a good, I would say, relationship with her. And we'll talk over the phone. You know, we would always argue. Fucking, I don't want to get too personal, at least. But yeah, you know, fucking, we would argue over the phone, and she would say she missed me, and of course I miss her too. And fucking, I never thought I would honestly see my mom ever again, because it was gonna sound fucked up, because I didn't want to. But it's just reality of the situation that I'm in. I mean, I love my life. I love my life too much, and it's very selfish. But I really do believe that sometimes you kind of have to be selfish to be happy. And yeah, my mom came down here, and when I saw her, it was just fucking, it was too much. Granted, I didn't cry when I meet her, even though I honestly probably should have, because my mom means the fucking world to me. I would sacrifice so much for my mom. I really would. But yeah, my mom came down here, and we caught up. You know, we made amends to whatever situation we were in. And even me and my sister, I talked to my sister, I would say almost not on the daily, but maybe like every other day. A lot more than I used to, man. A lot more than I used to. And fucking, it's a beautiful thing. Family. At least my immediate family, like my mom, my sister, and my other sister at least. And seeing them, man, being able to show them Okinawa, being able to show them where my life has changed for the better and for the worse. Being able to show them my friends, my people who I would even call my family. It was beautiful. Very fucking beautiful, man. They saw a part of me that I never thought they would see. And a lot of that came with the ugly as well. I remember when mom was here. Just guess what I did? I fucking drank. I drink with them. Sometimes I wanted to drink, and they'd be like, damn, this motherfucker wants to drink. Well, I have to drink too. And I regret that. I regret that so fucking much, man. I really wish that I didn't take them to all these bars. I really wish that I didn't show them the ugly side of Okinawa as much as I did. Granted, I showed them the beautiful side, you know, like the beaches, you know, the mountain views and the sightseeing. I went to Nago, showed them the fucking aquarium, right? We went to Kokusai Street, if you guys know what that is. I showed them the city of Okinawa. We went to American, oh my God. We went to American Village, I would say almost like every day, because it's just the spot, you know, it's the spot, the hangout spot. And I wanted them to try all these fucking foods, you know, the only place we didn't try though, for my Marine station out here, is fucking Hama Sushi. They don't like sushi, and I was actually very shocked by that. I thought my whole entire life they like sushi, because I don't want to sound racist, but we used to go to Hibachi a lot. You know, I was very naive and a kid, so I was assuming Hibachi had sushi, and I thought they would get sushi, but I guess not. But yeah, you know, we would go to all these places, and there were many times where they didn't want to drink. Sometimes they wanted to stay back at the fucking hotel. And I'm like, okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna go outside and drink it. Like I said, bro, like I regret that. I really, really do. I regret that so fucking much. Because if anything, I should have just spent my time with them. And I remember coming back to the hotel with them because I would stay with them because who wants to come back to the fucking barracks, right? You know, I would come back to them and they would notice me coming back and how much like I hated my life. How I would have this, what they told me at least, a blank expression on my face when it was Sunday and I had to go back to work. Or fucking, sometimes I wouldn't even sleep because I have a lot of sleep problems. And my sleep problems actually have been very, very bad to the point where I'm actually even scared to sleep, man. I'm scared to fucking sleep, bro. And they saw that side of me. The anger, the depression, and what the fuck? Sorry, I'm watching my own gameplay right now. That shit scared me, I'm not gonna lie to you. But fucking, yeah, you know, the anger, the depression, the anxiety. And I told them all of this, and I told them how I felt, and they cried. And it felt good. It felt like, honestly, like I was seen. And honestly, I think for the longest time, that's just what I needed. But yeah, man, it sucked. It was really heartbreaking, at least for me at the time. But I was really, like I said, really, really happy that I was able to meet them and catch up with them. Back in March, I barely even remember what I did. I think March was honestly just a very, very dark time for me. I know for a fact that around that time I had a concussion. I just recently, I would say even kind of recovered from it. Now I still kind of have post-concussive issues. And it's not pretty, that's to say the least. I keep getting like throbbing headaches and fucking insomnia sometimes, and I throw up and it sucks. But all I remember really is honestly was the beginning of my concussion. That sucked. I couldn't sleep for days. The pain was just never ending, and that was when I think depression started kind of rising again. I remember how much like I hated my life, and there were some days I really wanted to kill myself. And that really sucks. It sucks to say, because now I know the weight of that, at least. I really do. Yeah, sorry, it's just like, it's awkward to talk about. It hurts to talk about, because like depression is a real thing, and I really recommend for the people who are watching, whoever you are, and whoever thinks about hurting themselves or just doing something that they will regret, just know that there are people who want to talk to you. I know I've said this before in a previous video, but there are people who want to talk to you and they want to listen and care about you, and they want to be there for you. It just, you kind of have to be the one that opens up, because I was just actually talking today to somebody who I was going to church with, and he didn't know that I was going through a lot of the mental struggle that I was in when we were in operation together. and I was telling him everything, like, oh yeah, I was going through this, I was going through that, and excuse me, I was going through this and I was going through that, and he was like, "What? I thought that was just the way you were." And he knows who I am. He knows I could be very blunt and very mean to people and just say stupid stuff. You know, that Marine Corps humor that only Marines know about. And if you know me, you know what I'm talking about. But he just told me that today that, like, he thought that was just the way that I was. And I was like, nah, man, this entire time, like, I think even then, like, I was like calling for help and I didn't even realize it. When I came back from that operation, it broke me. It broke me a lot. I'm talking about, like, I would start seeing things, I was hallucinating, what am I doing? This is kind of stupid. But actually, if I remember, I was trying to show off, like, my trophies here. Like, oh yeah, I did this, I did that, and fucking, yeah. I play this game a lot. I really like this game. It's probably one of my favorite games because it's just been there for me. If I need something or I need somebody, or I will stay up all night and fucking drink and play this game. But yeah, you know, like, I would start seeing things, I would start hearing things, and I would have a lot of sleep, what do you call it? Sleep paralysis. And that kind of correlates back to what I said earlier, like, where I had a lot of anxiety and I was scared to go to sleep because I didn't want to go through that again. I would hear voices. What the fuck? I completely forgot I did this. But yeah. Hold on. Let me wait for this guy to stop talking.
But a moose steak is never a mistake. He shot the moose in the woods, but he did not shoot the deer. He took the deer to his house, and there he made her his wife. We laughed, but he set us straight. The deer is dear to me, in more ways than one. But a moose steak is never a mistake.
What the fuck? That doesn't even make any sense, but yeah, I kind of lost my train of thought. But fucking, yeah, you know, fucking, I would hear voices, people yelling at me. I remember I think it was one of the last times, fucking, this happened to me a couple weeks ago, where it sounded like somebody was calling my name, but it sounded like they were asking for help, and that really scared me because it was just like, what the fuck? Why would they need me? Or like, why would they plead for my help? What do I have to give at least, right? And I think that's what, like, kind of messed up my brain, at least for that month. And yeah, no, like, when it starts getting bad, like, it turns real. It turns real, and I'm gonna share it with you guys a lot of these things that I haven't really told people, because honestly, I'm afraid to talk to people. Sometimes I'm even afraid to be seen by people. I went to the mental health ward during my time in the Marine Corps because my depression, my anger, my anxiety, all of that, it got so bad. It got so bad to the point where, like I said before, I tried to hurt myself. And my leadership, they're amazing, by the way, my leadership. Even though I never tell them that, like, and honestly, I'm a pretty fucked up person to not tell them that. Excuse me, give me some water. But they're great people, and I don't tell them enough. But yeah, you know, it was all just really bad, man. And when I came back from Ujima, the operation that I was on, at least, like, I wouldn't talk to people. I would only give people attitude. I didn't want to be around people. And some nights, like I said, I didn't sleep because I was too scared. Or sometimes I didn't even sleep in my bed. I would sleep on the floor. And this is gonna sound weird, but sometimes I slept outside. And that was because when I came back for a 96 4-day weekend for my Mountain Marines, I didn't have a room. All my stuff was moved from the building that I was living at before. And I called my leadership, and some of them answered, but ultimately none of them knew where my stuff was because they weren't tracking, or they weren't following the situation, I guess, of what happened with my stuff. So for a night there, I didn't have a room, and that was hard, man. That was really hard to go through for that one night. I remember I had to like basically break into a room in the barracks that was completely empty, by the way. I hope I don't get in trouble for saying this, but I didn't feel comfortable. I didn't, and that was really set off the situation that I was in, where I was afraid to be seen. Because I remember when I was there, I didn't have a haircut. And not having a haircut, by the way, is like a big ass deal in the Marine Corps, for military in general, for my military folks. And well, I'm talking like my hair. I didn't have a haircut for like already 2 months, mind you, so my hair was fucking crazy. And then, well, I look like shit. Entirely, I just look like fucking shit. Right? I didn't have a shave. I didn't have a beard. I'm sorry, I didn't have a haircut. And then well, I would get food, and I would just run away from people. And I know that sounds super crazy. I would run away from people because on my own base, on my own turf, on my own place that I live at, technically speaking. And for 4 days, I lived like that. And I remember all I wanted to do was just go back to Iwo. I want to go back to Iwo. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be at this barracks. I just want to feel okay. And the only place I felt okay was a place where, honestly, it was a living hell for me. And honestly, man, like, nobody should ever have to go through that. And for the ones that do, I'm so sorry that you did. I'm here. I've been there too. So you're not alone. I really do plead for you guys to talk to people. And for the ones who maybe don't feel this way, to talk to them. Because I promise you, fuck, that scared the fuck out of me. That scared the fuck out of me when I played this too, man. And I know damn well that scared the fuck out of me just now. Holy fuck. But yeah, to talk to these people and, you know, be there for them, for whatever they may need. And fucking in April, sorry, I was watching it again. But in April, fucking last month, I went to church more. And honestly, I turned to God. And I think that was probably like the best decision I ever made. Because honestly, I know there's people who may not believe in here, and honestly, I'm sorry. I think you should. Like, the word of the fucking Bible is amazing. It really is, and I'm still trying my best to turn to God and to be a believer. It's hard, but I'll do my best. Or at least the best that I think I can. But there are many ways to cope with depression and anxiety and a lot how you feel, right? I can't force anybody to believe in God, but for someone like me who honestly, I would say ran away from God, to turn to Him. You would be surprised what you find, because I was surprised too. But yeah, it's just, it all adds up, man. It all adds up. And believe me, I know. I've been there too. But I get out soon. And honestly, I think that's the hardest part of all of this, is that I get out soon. But this is pretty much all I have to say, at least for right now. I'm gonna let the gameplay continue. You guys care to watch. Pretty sure I get the ghost wrong, so fucking yeah, I do get the ghost wrong, but fucking I remember being mad as fuck about that. This is fucking game, man. This game pisses me off sometimes. But yeah, this is all pretty much I had to say about like where I've been, you know, my mindset on things, my depression, my anger, and how I've kind of coped with it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day or night, wherever you may be. Alright, peace.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.